I want to jump straight into a weekly outlook first, as in, like I want what I want to see next week, right? So market went crazy last week. We all know it was pretty crazy, right? I think Monday was there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Monday was there. So looking at just the weekly profile in general, Monday was pretty much chops. Tuesday was pretty much chops. Wednesday we had the FMC, right? Bang bang. And then Thursday went crazy, and then Friday went even more crazy. So overall, the weekly profile was pretty good. It was like a nice little AMD. I think the problem was up here. It's pretty hard to figure out why we're selling, and that's completely fine. We were all-time highs. I guess this final push up really made price finally dump. Look at the daily, etc. I mean, you can clearly see the price wants to continue lower. Now we have overall reached all of our daily lows. Like all of these have been taken out on NQ. So our next target, to me, it looks like this low here, which can easily be taken out eventually. So all these lows have been taken out, I'm pretty sure. Even this one, yeah. Every single one of these lows have been taken out. The next one's this one, right? So that's our target. And looking at ES, let me bring that out. And for ES, it's the same story, right? Every single one of these lows were targeted. At first, we had an SMT with this low, but then towards the end of the market day, we actually took out all of them. So now at this point, right, there's no SMT. It's just price taking out liquidity, which to me means price wants more because there's no S&T, there's nothing. Price definitely don't want these ones. Now, to be more technical with it, right? At the end of the day, we think this is high of the day so far, or high of the, obviously it's the high of the whole chart. So you drag the fib like that, and you do that, and then you can just target -8, which aligns with the liquidity. So we can clearly tell price wants to go down there. Now the problem is, right, we don't actually just, I mean, it's highly unlikely we dump straight away. But to me, I guess these candles are showing that, so that could be a possibility. But those lows are definitely my draw. Not to really overcomplicate anything, we're just in a bearish structure. I don't see price wanting to go higher right now. Honestly, I don't. Like if price was, I mean, I did at first when price formed the SMT and started to go, but then we just dumped straight away. So to me, I just think price is just going to continue lower. We might rebalance back up, but I don't want to overcomplicate it. It's just pretty simple, right? There's not one 4 hour candle that's bullish. So we'll see what Asia and London does. See what these next candles do. If these next 4 hour candles start to like print copy candles, then just wait. They could dump again. But overall, there's just no reason not to be bearish right now. No reason not to. Like I don't see why. We've taken out some lows. Okay, that's fine. We'll see what price does off these lows. If we do get a bullish reaction, then obviously we get bullish. But right now, I'm leaning towards being bearish. Pretty simple, right? Nothing to really. I mean, look at that weekly candle. Clearly wants more. There's a busy there. There needs to be a fill, etc. So it does want more than normal. Oh, wrong tool. Let me grab that. I don't see any reason why we should be bullish. I mean, we did. Okay, that's pretty nice, right? So maybe we'll get a reaction from that. But we will probably get a reaction to go a bit higher. But overall, just stay bearish until we see some extra conferences to go higher. But at the end of the day, there's no reason to force buys or sells until the structure tells you to, right? I mean, you can clearly see we're just trying to go lower, just topping lower. So yeah. And then looking at the days now, is that something that's simply weekly outlook, right? You haven't ES2 and Q. Oh my bad. I was wondering why that was like that. Okay, here we go. Oh, same story then. Yeah, exactly the same story. Yeah, same story. It's the same story, yes. Same story, yes. So no SMT is nothing cool. Go through the news next week. Let me show you guys that now quick. So Monday, no news, cool. Tuesday, 10 a.m. news, which is good. That's nice. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, 1:30. Or 8:30 for you guys. Okay, cool. Next week when it comes to news, um, I mean you can trade, but be very very careful if Monday's slow, etc. It might be a slow week next week, mainly because there's no news. And when it comes to no news weeks, they tend to be slow, so be very very careful. So and also regarding 10 a.m. news, the protocol, right? When it comes to the macro, like for example on this NFP day, there was 10 a.m. news, but why do you think it was easy to hold through it? Main reason is because like this was 10 a.m. news right there. Reason why is because we had our displacement. So if macro and market open either manipulates or displaces to one side, then you can trade and hold through 10 a.m. news. If the macro is choppy, if 10 a.m. If the market opens choppy, there's not enough manipulation or displacement for anything, then just wait for 10 a.m. That's the protocol for 10 a.m. That's pretty simple, right? Protocol 1, you wait for 10 a.m. If price is too choppy, no manipulation, you don't like it. And protocol 2, the macro is displacing, the market opens displacing, we have some nice movement, we have some manipulation as well. Then 10 a.m. we'll just continue that displacement. Cool. Any other questions? How you doing, bro? I'm good, but how you been? Any other question in regards to weekly outlook? It's pretty simple. Like, there's no reason to complicate. Like last week, it's way easier to obviously like think about what you want to do at this point in scenario. But here, like, it's just like, bro, there's no reason not to overcomplicate this. Just expect two situations, right? I think the no news week can also make it a bit choppy and bullish, and then the week after might dump because it's like CPI, etc. Or we'll just keep dumping. So also take advantage, boys, of this crazy price action because the amount of points that's moving right now, like it's remind me of like the Trump days, but it's not as bad. Like it's decent. It's a mix of both. Look, at market open, then we moved at like a nice 200, 300 points. Like that's a lot for a Friday as well. Take advantage of this. Like it should continue like this a bit more, but take advantage because it's gonna help you guys a lot. Yeah. Let's make this. Yeah, we're gonna do the weekend. Can you show me your trading? Yeah, we're gonna go for it now. Let me hop on FX replay, but I don't think I can do all of it this week. Just take advantage. Don't over leverage, obviously. Like have your sizing correctly, but the points should help you guys a lot because it's going to be a lot more points. Even though you think it's like a 1 to 2, you're going to have like 17 points TP because of how fast price is. Ah, perfect. I can actually do it. Before it was not working. Thursday? I can't do Friday. Friday's the only day it won't let me. That's fine. We just basically did Friday. Okay. All right. We'll start off this week. So we bear in mind it's like the couple days of August, like right. This is Sunday. Yeah. Let me go to Monday open. Bang. Okay. Right. This day was pretty confusing. I remember people got confused here. So, yes, please. There you go. Okay. So, regarding to obviously we're at all-time high conditions, we remain bullish, right? And then we had I think it's Monday, no news. We had the new day opening gap. Now, at this point, right, you know price wants to fill this new day opening gap. So you're looking for shorts, but the problem is we already had the pre-market and there's no reason to like take shorts right now. Like we're too deep right now. In this point, like in this case scenario, what you need to do is if you want to be bearish, you have to wait for some structure because you've already missed like the rebalance already. It's already dumping now. We'll get to market open though, but you have to also figure like we gapped up, so it's pretty important you need to understand. We'll get a reaction out of it eventually. So market opens up. This is market open, so already this is choppy. I'm trying to remember what this day did, but I don't actually remember. Where's the S going? Okay, so we're displacing through the gap, right? But we are holding on NQ. So right now we have this 15-minute civvy. I don't think there's any news. Someone just double check. I don't think there's any news. Let me just quickly check. No, no news. Google no news. Alright, cool. So there's no news. It's currently a Monday. We know price is choppy, etc. So what we do is we have this gap right now. Obviously we formed. We have this 15-minute stibby as well. We have all these stibbies right now. But currently yes, it's dumping. So I'm leaning towards being short right now before the macro. But to me, there's still not enough. There's still not enough, right? Let me get to it. Cool. There's still not enough, but let's just see what price does. At this point, there's no bullish or bearish signatures. We can lean towards being bullish because we feel the gap now. We're getting a reaction out of it. So you can be bullish, and yes, going lower. I mean, it might just fill the whole thing properly and then go higher. But don't marry a bias right now, just because it's choppy. We already moved a lot before, so it's choppy, right? Price is just chopping around. That's one thing you guys need to understand. So yeah, let me skip through now. So this is 43, nothing much. 44, nothing much. 45. Okay, 45 displaces highest. Now I should turn this to 1 second. Don't know why I didn't do that. 45 displaces highest. So now it looks like nice buys, right? We had a sweep, nice little sweep there. We're pretty bullish now. We're not gonna lie, the entry's gone. Mainly because of displays right now. So I've missed the bullish entry. I was supposed to go lower. So yeah, we got a reaction out of the buys right now. You can clearly see market open. We manipulate here. Now 9:30 manipulate these lows. Went higher, right? Came right back down. Took out all the short sellers. Why do we take out all the sellers? These two candles here are very, very important. They tried to come lower, went back inside this little range, went right back up again. So entry here would have been nice, but obviously I missed it. Entry here would have been nice, and you target your little high right there. Reason being is because it's not giving us any bearish signatures anymore. Because these two candles told us we don't want to go lower anymore. So that in mind, this manipulation is holding. Therefore, we're finally getting a reaction out of the the new day opening gap, and you have to target higher price. Don't be bearish in this case. So now I understand it's nice being bearish just because like we're going lower. We were technically not going to hold this. Like it should have reacted quickly, but clearly it's not. But you just have to pray what the macro gives you. And in this case scenario, you want to enter buys. Now the perfect place to actually enter buys is within this range. Like that's too high up now at that point. But it's fine. You know you have to deal with that. Let me quickly skip through in 1 second, just because it's going to be easier for us. Okay, you wait for price to see what price does. At this point, it's pretty late. I mean, you could consider like when as soon as this candle closes, you could do that. You could do that and then just target this high. But then again, you got a negative RR. I did miss optimal entry was through here, just because these two candles told me we don't want to go low anymore. All the sellers got stopped out here, and clearly see price wants to draw liquidity. This one at least. The problem is it's a pretty bad trade, so I wouldn't take this at all. I would not take this at all. I would probably miss out if it was that like rush. But let's see what price does. Let's just wait. We're respecting the BIST is pretty nice. Um, so now I was not respecting the BIST. Let's see what price does. Okay, we're not respecting the BIST anymore. Clearly doing something. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait for this to get filled. I can see this BIST getting filled. You just have to wait a bit more. Like it's like a little PXH as well. I know ES is pretty bearish, but I'm still leaning towards being bullish just because this high is pretty close. Okay, this doesn't mean. Okay, I want to say you guys something. This does not mean the bullish fair value gap's been suspected. I know a lot of you guys enter shorts off here. Why would you enter shorts off here if there's no manipulation? There's no manipulation at all. It's just enter off nothing. You need to wait a few more candles. I know a lot of people try to enter shorts here for no reason. I understand you see a busy disrespect, and maybe you see all these. I know there's 15 minutes they be trying to hold. But one thing is you need to understand this busy will get disrespected if this candle manipulates something. But we didn't really manipulate anything. We didn't take out a draw. We didn't do anything. It looks pretty bearish, understandable. But wait a few more candles just in case. It's a low prop Monday. We're clearly holding this low. We'll see what price does. At this one candle here, wait for this candle to close. See what price does. Okay, now at this point I'm bullish now, straight away. Because if we're truly bearish, we start to come lower and disrespect the idea that we're bullish. So we'll see what price does with this candle. I might just enter off this candle close. Because see that? Yeah, that's enough for me personally. So I would enter there. I mean, wait for candle close. I'm just going to do it now because my idea is still valid. So stop loss below there is completely fine. I don't think that's going to get hit. Don't think. Let's just be honest, here was probably valid. Just in case you have some room. And just target this high, right? So what's price doing in this case scenario is it's basically ranging in liquidity. It's pretty 24 point, not too bad. It's just ranging, like it's going higher and lower without stopping any of the buyers out. It's just stopping all the sellers. That's what price is doing. So understand in this case scenario, just stay bullish until you see a proper sweep or you see some manipulation to be bearish. I'll definitely be bullish until this high gets taken out. Like there's no manipulation for me to be bearish. But I'll wait for this candle to close though. This candle especially. Wait for this candle to close because it could be like a disrespect of the BIST fill. See now at that point I would enter like that's enough, right? You clearly know from this candle here it's enough. So I would enter. I don't think this was. Yeah, you could wait. You could wait an extra one if you want to, like 100% wait for another one. But I think this is mainly valid. Like waiting one more candle like this one would be nice. This one would be very good if you wait for this one. We'll see what price does at this candle right here. Okay, that's perfect. Wait, let's see how it closes though. Not lucky. Wait another one. I'll wait one more again. I wouldn't take this straight away. That's pretty good. I would enter there. To a price. Let me speed this up. There you go. See? All those sellers that try to sell off this disrespect of this BSC, they all got stopped out. Initially, all you have to do is just target that high and call it a day. Now, wait, let me pause this. You can try use a fib, like off, I don't know if it's of a certain wick. You can try use a fib of a certain wick like that. But that's pretty high up. I wouldn't do that. I'd just target the joint liquidity and call it a day. Like, notice how the entries there would have been bad. I would have got stopped out. Like, you have to wait for the rebalance. Don't enter there. It's too choppy. It's a Monday. No need to. And then let's see if TP gets hit. That high, I mean, there's no point targeting that high. It's just the liquidity. Like it's gonna go higher. That's the high price actually wants. So don't get scared when it edges it. I would still hold. Low key, if this happens, I mean, I would. If you have fast hands, try to close up there. But if not, you have to hold a trade. At the end of the day, you're only making 23 points, so it's not too much. So let price move. Don't get scared. No break even, nothing. One thing I don't like is people putting break evens for no reason. Like there's no reason to put break even here. You speed this up, man. It's taking too long. See, I mean, you could troll there if you want to, but I think TP would get hit before he even comes down there, anyways. Yeah, now I wouldn't be scared anymore. Just don't let these candles get bang. There you go. TP hit. So coming through this day, right? I understand being bearish is pretty like understandable. We have this massive gap on the left, but these candles told me price wants to go higher. Like if we were truly bearish, this would have been enough, and it should have displayed straight away. The NQ, when the way it wants to move, it doesn't want to rebalance so heavily and go back down again. It wants to just move quickly and efficiently. It never really comes back inside the range again, unless it wants to draw liquidity, which means this one. Most of the time, these imbalances don't really work. It targets liquidity. So what price did, it filled the imbalance, telling everyone is short, then disrespected all those sellers, told these candles here. Obviously, that's pre-macro, so it's understandable. Started displacing higher. At this point, it's way too late. We edged the high. We got the rebalance. The BISI did not get disrespected. It held. It just wants to be a bit lower. Target stops below there. Bang. Target that. Any questions? That's not how Simon teaches. What do you mean? 1 hour today. Wait, what's the question about this? Hold up. We didn't get a bit. BISI disrespect. We don't pattern trade it. We didn't actually get BISI disrespect. Basically, disrespect would only work if we manipulate, if we did something very strong. For example, let me just find a random example. Okay, all these random bitches got disrespected. Why did price still stop you out? Right? You need to figure out like off busy and serious respects is really good if there's proper manipulation. But on Monday, just be very extra careful. This basically got disrespected, but look at the next candle. Just wait one more candle. At this point, right? Let me show you. When price opened up with this candle here and went all the way down, you missed it. Don't FOMO, you missed it. It's better to enter within here if you think this business is going to get disrespected. But you missed that this candle. So at that point, you have to wait for the rebalance. And this candle, if this specific candle at 49 told you this is not going to hold, this basically disrespect. And look what price does. If on the entry candle if went lower instead of respecting the visit, could that be validated shorts? Yes, 100%. But we've got an internal high right that got swept. This one, this didn't get swept. This is not a sweep. This is more displaced through, bro. A sweep is when like price actually. If this was a turtle sweep, 100%. But you have to. What the problem is with you, you're not understanding manipulation. Where's the manipulation when I trade this chart? Manipulation means a candle or a few candles with a wick specifically is protected. So if I was to show you this chart right now, what's the protected low and what's the protected high? This is my protected low. That's protected. That to me, that's manipulation. And plus, if you think this is manipulation, right? This needs to be protected. Okay, if you think that's manipulation, that needs to be protected. But what's protecting it? Nothing. We just went inside the range. We didn't do anything. We had this busy disrespect. Okay, one more candle up and disrespected you. So you need to understand when it comes to manipulation, you need to have context and narrative as well. Price wanted it high. Then after that, it probably dumps. I mean, I understand why it would be bearish in this case, but let's see what price does after. Then we start getting the dump, see? So it wanted that high and it's choppy conditions. Then price dumped. So understand, right? If these two candles were properly bearish, we displaced low, we wouldn't even need to come back up in this range. Inky doesn't move like that. Inky will not come up with a random area and come lower. This is random. This is not really a nice space for price to dump lower. If it really wants to respect the 15-minute Sibi, it would respect it with this candle and start to dump lower. Why did it take another 15-minute candle for us to fully take out the high and dump clear showing choppy conditions on Monday? Right? But right now it's 69. Like dude, that's the problem here. Like you need to understand, this is not a sweep. This high you're talking about, this high is not a sweep. We displaced through it. That's like saying, this low is a sweep. Let me buy. But look how much it went through. A sweep is proper when it actually sweeps like Tail sweeps it. Which high are you talking about? That's not an internal high, bro. Well, this is not that high is not what price wants to target. That's just a normal little wick. The high is high on my TP. Where my TP is, that's where price wants to go. If we start to displacing after the disrespectful buy side imbalance, we enter shorts. If we start to displace here, at that point you wait for the rebalance and you can enter shorts. Yes, you can, but I'll still be very, very careful because it wouldn't work in this case scenario. But if obviously, for example, if this manipulated high or we had proper displacement lower fast, then yeah, of course. But yeah, looking at ES at the same time, by the way. What time is this? 45. ES wasn't doing anything. It wasn't going lower, and neither was it going higher. And then we eventually formed a nice SMT right there, and then price display straight away. So, and look, what did I say? 930 SMT as well. I didn't even see that. There was an SMT here as well. But this one was pretty hard to see. I think this one was way better. It's just very hard to see. It's Monday conditions. What does prominent mean? Prominent means protected, like a specific one. So if I was to, let me move these drawings. If I was to show you this, what are the prominent highs and lows? This is a prominent low. This is a prominent low. This is a prominent high. This is a prominent high. What you're talking about is like this. That's not a prominent high. The actual prominent high is here. This is just a random candle. Prominent highs and lows are areas where market like moves up and down from. So this it moved down from. This moved up. So this is a prominent high. This is if like prominent basically means if you was to be in a trade, where would you put the stop loss? So let's just say if you was to enter right here, right? All the seller was to enter, let's say within this range, where would you put your stop loss? There. That's your prominent high. You wouldn't put your stop loss here. You would put it there. It's like that. Like market wants to take out everyone's stop losses. That's what it is. Why do you think market comes to the highs and takes it out? Because it's people's stop losses. So those that were in shorts, like random people that were in shorts here, they had that stop loss up there, and they were targeting, I don't know, the retail trade. They were targeting that. Market took out their stop loss, then went lower. So that's a prominent high. So prominent high is like that. It's the specific wicks, like this, and they're all in every single time frame. So here in this range, what would be prominent high and low? Prominent high, prominent high, prominent low. All this just choppiness and going lower. This is a prominent low. In this case scenario, prominent low, prominent high, prominent low, like this one and this one. You wouldn't call this one a prominent low. You wouldn't call this one a prominent high because these are the actual highs and lows. What was the reason for the SL to be there? Let me undo the drawing. Oh, that's another drawing. Where is it? Please. Bro, I'm just going to do that. There we go. SL to be there. The reason being because this SL is way too big. You can't have this much of SL. This SL just makes sense, right? I gave it enough room for price to respect the BISI again. It's also aligned like within the range. I think there's probably something on the 5 as well. 5-minute OB as well is pretty good. And the inverse CIBI as well. Just it's a sensible stop loss. It's not too tight. Like if you was to enter right there, you wouldn't put it beneath there just in case price wants to chop within the range again. So that is pretty sensible, right? I mean, you could have did that on the wick if you want to. I see the hold up, let me fix this. I see the rebalance, but I don't see displacement candle. What are you talking about? What we rebalance wick, actual prominent high. In this case scenario, that is a prominent high. Yes, yeah, yeah, because it's the highest one. Can you find displacement after the rebalance? This one will rebalance there, and this next candle displaced, and this candle displaced. But I can't lie, there's not actual displacement here. There's not actually just trade copy choppy conditions. Displacement's like that or like that. There's no actual displacement here. But there's not been displacement since market opened. I mean, it kind of did. But off this rebalance, then price. Okay, this was displacement. When we rebalanced here and then displaced higher, that's enough for me to think, yeah, we're bullish now. I'm just going to do another rebalance and then push higher again. Simon said value trade will be at 51. Well, entering at the close, that's pretty tight. Entering at Y entered is pretty way well. I mean, or you could have entered as price is moving up. You could have tried to. But if you entered at 51, close, you have a really, really bad like that's a horrible trade. I think he means at the bottom, not the top. There's no way you would trade that. At that point, you missed the move because that's the high you want to target, nothing more. Yeah, literally. So notice how it's just price rebalancing going higher, then bang, eventually dumped. Overall, this is all just accumulation, like just towards one direction. Can you explain why you took that exact entry instead of waiting for a better displacement candle? because these wicks were telling me we don't want to disrespect this Bissy. We actually want to hold. This candle told us, okay, Bissy disrespect. This candle was moving lower, then went right back up again. Now, to me, that's like, okay, if we're truly bearish, which is speed and efficiently display it straight away, we shouldn't really do that. So waiting one more candle, closing like that, I would enter off to start expecting this Bissy to hold and the disrespect to be fake. Because if we were truly disrespecting this candle should have been this bullish. This candle should have been, this candle opened up, went all the way down here. It should have been displacing way lower instead of being closing like that bullish. It's pretty like, it's a fake out for guys trying to get sells inside, so trying to short. Like this candle was very specific because it opened up, went all the way down, went back up into the range again and closed like that. This candle again went all the way down, went back up into the range, closed like that. It's pretty bullish. That's not telling us we're bearish. Waiting a bit more would have been fine though, just in case, price eventually just dumps out of nowhere because it's just choppy. But this candle displays on higher, but at the end of the day, you just missed that. So I think it's worth entering here just because we have nothing to work with for shorts other than a Bissy getting disrespected quotation marks because they actually didn't get disrespected. So yeah, it's overall a hard day though, so it's understandable if you get stopped out here, but there's always a reason why you get stopped out. Anyone that took shorts here is because you just didn't wait in patience enough and the sells didn't really come from anything. That's literally why. Could you enter at 44 put stops under the order block and a 1 minute SMT? 100%. That's even better entry than mine, to be honest. Yeah, 100%. Power entered there. What, here? Oh, yeah, exactly, bro. But who cares about power? Well, our models also did the same thing, right? Just don't pattern trade this. Basically, disrespect. Ask yourself on the Monday, it should be choppy, it should be slower, it should be harder to trade. So market's gonna be more, what's the word? Market's gonna be more tricky with us. Any more questions for that day? That candle's reacting from what? This candle. This candle just reacting back from the range again. It's like a little order block as well. This candle's just reacting off the order like it's range, just the range. But this candle's still respecting the Bissy, just wants to go lower first, just take out all the buyers. The one you entered on, yeah, it's just respecting the Bissy, it just took a while. It took a while, that's literally it. A Bissy doesn't have to always get respected within inside it. It can fully go through it and still respect it. That's what happened here. You understand? Like, that's what happened there. It doesn't have to always go, it doesn't have to always fill it. Like, that's how Bissies work. It doesn't always have to touch it and go higher. Like, it depends on the context. Here, you can clearly tell price is not really displacing at all. It's just slowly going higher. So I'm expecting this Bissy to be very weak. The side, of course he does. Yeah, he does. You don't pattern trade Bissy if disrespects. You can't. You cannot do that because then at that point you're basically just entering with just blind hindsight. Yeah, literally, you can't. Like looking at this Bissy now, you would draw it out like this. If we came from like a sweep or a nice fill or reaction of an order block or something, this is just inside the top of the range. And then we just went through that. At this point, you think shorts, but it's okay to wait one more candle. Bang, your whole idea got disrespected with this candle here. Like this candle shouldn't do that if we're truly bearish. This candle really ruined everything. If this candle, yeah, if I ask you something, if this candle closed a bit more bearish, would you have entered shorts 100%? But this candle said no, we're going higher. There's a reason why this candle was printed like this, because it wants to go higher. This candle really ruined everything. And this candle as well. And then this candle ruined your whole idea. So, like I said, if we're truly bearish, we should just play straight away after this candle as well, not really go back up there like that again. We tried to, by the way. Look, you can clearly see this candle went even lower, went back up again. So that's what you guys need to understand. Any more questions for this day? This day was pretty hard, understandable. Right, next day. I think what should we call? Yeah, look up on the day. So the only time you'll trade off the Civi disrespect is when there's manipulation. 100%. I mean, that's not the only time I would, but you can't like pattern trade Civi and Bissies. You need to have context for every single one of them. But 100% is way. It's not like it's going to work. It's just way more probable. Like at the end of the day, trading is about probability. It's more likely and way higher probable that price sweeps this high and dumps and takes out and respect this Bissy all without it. Like, would you rather enter shorts if price took out this high, tail sweeped it and dumped, or would you just take it off a random area? Like, there's nothing here. It's just price ranging. Like, if you want to be in shorts, you'd obviously want to take out this high, then dump. Why do you think price eventually took out this high and then dumped? Right? Overall, okay, this CV got disrespected. Oh, let's enter buys, bang, you get ruined. Like you can't pattern trade it. You have to have context. The draw on liquidity was up there, price will go there. Now the draw on liquidity is done. The next draw on liquidity is clearly down here. and price still stopped everyone out of those buys if they was plan traded severe disrespect and they all get stopped out. You need to have context with it. You have to. You can't just enter random civvies and bissies expecting it to work because it got disrespected. No. Investor value gaps they don't even work most of the time. They work like half the time at most. So yeah, understand that. If it was really bearish, this candle should not be this bullish. It should print lower. It tried to open up, like I said, it tried to open up here, went right back up again, and close up there. That's for me. That's not enough to sell at all. You can't. Anyways, next day, I'm pretty sure the next day will give us a valid example in why price you shouldn't pattern trade basis and civvies. I'm trying to remember this day. Hold up. Okay, first of all, you do zoom out on the high time frame, right? We're clearly going high. At the end of the day, look, we respected the new day opening gap eventually. It just took a while, right? Overall, just be bullish until something tells you. Like, just be bullish. I don't think there's any reason not to be bullish right now. Busy filled, etc. I mean, ES has a nice SMT. Oh, this is finally working again. ES has an SMT, so be very careful with that. And we'll see what price gives us. There's a nice high up here. That could be a nice draw on liquidity. If price takes it out, then just watch what price does. But this high is a nice draw on liquidity, right? Market opens up, takes it out. That's fine. We take out that high. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So at this point, I'm pretty bullish, right? Like we're 7 minutes left. We're clearly displacing above this high. But for some reason, we have an SMT, and I don't know why. Like we have an SMT with this high as well. So I want to keep my eye on this high on ES as well. This SMT may get disrespected, but I have my eye on this SMT as well. But we're clearly very, very bullish, right? We accumulate, we manipulate into this area, took out these lows and displaced higher. Okay, that's fine. So what I would do right at this point, I would grab the fib. I will do this because now I have no idea where price wants to go. Because at all time high conditions, where does price want to stop? It's not going to keep going higher. I want to see where price wants to stop, gives me a rebalance, and then we can go higher even more. So obviously, draw off the 4 hour wick like that. It's pretty good, right? At this point, okay, oh look, we're coming right into the -2, -2.5. So at this point, I'm not entering any buys unless price starts to come lower here. Then I'll think about entering buys. But if price starts to continue higher within this range, like you have to use a fib in all-time high price action. You have to. There's no reason not to. You don't know where price will stop. So I'm using it till here, and we'll see what price does. Okay, now the -2 got hit. Now at this point, right, I'm now looking for price to either rebalance lower to continue higher or reaction from this area to dump. Now I'm going to use ES at the same time. Now ES should tell me if we're bearish or bullish. If ES does not displace above this high, then I'm probably going to be bearish. If ES takes out the side and dumps, I'm probably going to be bearish. Just because we displace so much to the upside, it's way too late to enter buys unless price gives us a nice rebalance down here and then we can go higher. Or if price just continues higher, fills this, then I'm being very, very patient. Very, very patient. Because this area, there's a reason why it's red. Because it's a very, very key area. Like when it comes to the fib, the -2 to -2.5, very, very key area. So I'm waiting for price. Currently it's 38 anyway, so there's still a lot of time left. 39, 40, 41. Okay, 41. Okay, immediately ES is telling us we are going lower now. Look at ES. Not taking out as high. NQ. This is what you call a busy disrespect, right? Where's the manipulation? Up here, we tapped the 2.2 area, -2 area. We then disrespected that busy straight away. Now, to me, that's clearly not enough. Reason being because like we can still like what's the word? There's a 5-minute busy down there. Like price may want to take this out, but I'm keeping this 5-minute order block in mind. But look at this level by the way, it's just very, very clean, right? The -1 got hit there, rebalanced back into the 0, displaced to the -2. Now at this point, we can either be bearish or we'll see what price does. This busy is very, very nice that got disrespected, but I'm waiting. It's not enough for me personally. 42. Okay, there's displacement. Now, this is what you call displacement. Notice how with that busy disrespect you guys tried to enter shorts off. It didn't close like this. It closed right back in the range again. This is very, very bearish. At this point, you can enter shorts right now if you want to. 42. You can if you want, with stops above this high or this high, or at most if you wanted that high. But I would just wait for a little rebalance now. I'm waiting for a little bit of rebalance to see what price does. So this is 42, right? 42 is there. Just wait for a rebalance. Price will always give you one. Don't worry. 43. That's a nice rebalance right there. Buying 43. I'm waiting for something a bit better. You disrespected this busy now as well. Now, this 5-minute busy is not holding anymore. Reason being because we finally met our target. We finally did something. So we're surely going to go back down again. And, you know, SMT is holding. This 5-minute busy is not going to hold anymore. It's going to stop out all those buyers that try to enter this 5-minute busy. And let's see if the 1 minute tell us that this 5-minute busy wants to get disrespected. So let's get like a 1 minute Sibi or like a 1 minute rebalance. Okay, that's nice. We finally got a Sibi, right? That's a nice Sibi. Very, very nice. To be honest, let me turn this to 1 second just because I want to see price rebalance into it and we can enter shorts out of it. All right, let's wait. Okay, wait for it. Sibi has to get met first. Sibi gets met. I'm in there, low key. That's very, very nice. 20 seconds left. Let me get rid of this. I'm definitely going to get in there. That Sibi, when a Sibi gets tapped like that and straight to gets a reaction, I know price is going to melt. Well, up on my stops, you can put it up here if you want. Or up there at most, but I'll put it up here just because it's nice. 1 minute that, sell right there. Now targeting, right? Again, what would you do? You would use a fib. So the 50-minute candle close, we can use a fib on this candle here. You can definitely just target the -1 or the -2, 2.5 if you feel dangerous, but I wouldn't do that. It's pretty far down. But let's just drag the stop loss up there. Drag the TP. If you want to just do that, it's pretty good for now. I mean, how many points is that? I mean, to be honest, you could target this. Let's just try and give it a go. Why not? It looks pretty bearish, right? It's a high time frame. It's a high time frame manipulation. You can clearly see. Look at the hourly. The hourly looks pretty good. My price wants to dump. The 15-minute close like that is pretty, very bearish. All right, we enter off that CB respecting it. The 5-minute, do not get scared of this 5-minute BIST, by the way. Don't. If you want this 5-minute BIST to hold, you want to get a better fill anyway. So we are at top, so it's fine. We're in the premium of it. So would you buy it off the premium of a 5-minute BIST? No, you wouldn't. So let's just enter that. It's a pretty 61 point. It's not too bad. Bang. Immediately we get displacement. Enter off the close. That is enough as well, by the way. Entering off the close, pretty good. Now at this point, right? Let price flood because you know what price is going to do. We're very, very confident price is going to flood. I think what you need to do though is keep an eye on ES. Okay, now you formed equal laws, way, way better. The fact that we formed equal laws as well, we're not going to get smacked. Let me speed this up. Equal laws is a very, very good area. That candle's beautiful as well. We tried to go up, tried to expect the 5-minute BIST. Nope, we go right back down again. Yeah, the equal laws just got taken out. Now I'm expecting heavy displacement. Yep, you could target this low if you want to, but I'm targeting somewhere where the price seems to go down. Because the reason why I like to target a lot on this day, look at that, bro. That's extreme right there. The reason why I think price wants to go down here, wow, bang, is because, bro, look at the 15. The use fib is really, very important, especially on manipulation wicks. Look at that. We've held the SMT, by the way. I said this is protected. It held. We came higher. We got basically disrespect. We got displacement first. We didn't actually enter straight up here. That's less probable. It'll work on some days. It won't work on others. We waited for our rebalance, and then that's enough displacement. We got our rebalance into FCB. Stop loss right there. Sorry, there. Entry there. I have enough of stop loss in case price wants to, come inside the range again, which I don't think it would if we're truly bearish. Remember I said to you guys, if we're truly bearish, we will just go through straight away. Notice how NQ will leave you now. If you do not get in around this area, what happens? NQ will leave you. It will leave you. You're gone. That's my point. Regarding on the day previously, right? I'll just go back to it really quickly because if we're truly bearish, this candle should just dump straight away, like the same way it did here. Now, why the hell is this candle not doing that? That clearly shows something. This manipulation is invalid. Notice how this manipulation is way more valid. Yes, we didn't take out anything, but because we're all-time high conditions, I use a fib, bang, to the tick, bro. You guys saw that. To the tick, displace first. I wait for a proper displacement, by the way. Had a BIST disrespected. You could have entered there if you wanted to, but I wait for the BIST displacement, rebalance back inside to the SIBI, entry there, targeted the fib. And notice as soon as the fib gets hit, yeah, price starts to move a bit weird. See? And all these people are getting stocked out now because the fib got hit. You could try to enter shorts here, but that's not enough. That's not enough. A lot of points, but yeah. You feel dangerous. So use STDV and manipulation all-time high conditions. 100%, bro. Isn't this premature entry since there's no displacement from that SIBI? Where I entered. I mean, would you enter off a SIBI if price does that? 100%, bro. Look at that. If you wait for displacement, you end up going to miss it because you already had it here. Displacement, rebalance, displacement. You could enter within 40, 45 to 47 at most, but you're going to miss it, bro. That's enough. This candle, the way it's filled the SIBI, but you have to have context behind it. You can't just pattern trade candles and think, yeah, okay, this SIBI what held like this, I'm going to enter shorts. No, you have to have context behind it, bro. Where's your context? SIBI got respected there. Bang. If you really want to displacement, enter off displacement if you want to. That's up to you. If you really want proper confirmation. But sometimes waiting for too much confirmation will ruin you more than it will give you money. Like, it will ruin you. It will make you lose more than you'll win. Waiting for too much confirmation will get you bad entry sometimes. So just go for it, Put your balls on the table and say, you know what, this is going to hold. I'm expecting this to hold. You have the SM2 and the S. The fib got tapped perfectly. We're getting displacement from it. We've got two BIST disrespects. PXH is not holding, by the way. This is a PXH. Did not hold, went through. You have so many confidence to telling you price is now bearish. It's enough for you to like let the displacement give you that final confirmation, but be in the trade before that. Catch the trade. Do you understand? If you wait for displacement, you'd get a worse fill. Plus, you might even FOMO and like not get in trade. Like it's fine if price already displaced for you. OB respect as well, but SMT was probably more valid than the OB respect just because SMT was the one that actually pushed price lower. But yeah, like let price tell you what it wants to do. Sometimes, especially if it's an optimal time, 45, get in, bro. Just get in. At the end of the day, trading is about probability. You need to understand that. You're not going to win every single day, never. But when you have setups like these, you don't want to fumble and crumble and miss because you know what, I feel like I need a bit more displacement. Then you just end up missing the whole day. And then you wait for a rebalance down here, and you probably get stopped out if you try to enter short here. Like, you're done. Like, you enter at the optimal time if price tells you it wants to move. And over here, price is... I didn't look at that hourly candle, by the way. Look at that hourly candle. Beautiful tail soup. I'm expecting price to go even more lower, but just understand that, yeah? You need to, like, if your confirmation is there, push higher. The standard deviation got hit. If we're truly bullish, we should have respected this BISI or this BISI at most to go high. To go higher. The PXH got disrespected. The BISI got disrespected. The SIBI's held. Displacement. The SIBI got tapped perfectly. Now, whenever a SIBI gets tapped really quickly and displaces straight away, that's when price is like really, really fast. I promise you guys. Whenever there's a SIBI or a BISI, right, and price taps it quickly and just reacts straight away immediately, get in. Whenever a SIBI gets barely holding or wicking here and there, wait for it to get respected. But the way this one got in and got out was very, very quick. How can a SIBI tap it perfectly there, inverse of this BISI as well, by the way, and the PXH, went all the way down here, closed there, pretty good. I would enter straight away. That's enough, bro. What is going to stop me? What's actually going to stop price from going lower? There's nothing here, bro. Other than this 5-minute SIBI, there's nothing here. And look what price does in the 5-minute SIBI. Just runs through all of them, bro. They even give them a chance to even breathe, bro. I enter like 3-minute after the suspect. That's why I'm asking. 3-minute. 1, 2. That's fine. That's even more clarification. But sometimes, you know, it's just better just getting in, just because you know price will do that. Just get in. It's worth it. But it's okay. That's completely fine. At least you didn't miss a lot. That's completely fine. It's still valid. It's still valid. Don't worry about it. It's still valid. I just joined. Can you give a full breakdown on how you approach the day? 100%. I'll do that next day. Don't worry. If I could have waited, or if this is the OTE, look, your OTE is just within this range. The OTE is before price actually started dumping at 48. OTE is all this. It's within here. That's fine. Sometimes OTE is not one candle. It can be numerous candles. But that's OTE. But you still call OTE, which is fine. Enter their targeting rejection block. Bang. Clean, bro. See that? See, you entered off displacement, which is completely fine. You recognize what price wants to do. That's an A plus setup. Yeah, low-key A plus setup. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Can I see how you pull the fib for the manipulation again? Yep. Let me remove all the drawings. What did I do? I got it off the 4-hour wick because that's all I can use right now. Right? Bang. Did that. Notice what price does, by the way. It's very, very clean. That's not right. That doesn't look right. Hold on. What did I do? I did it properly. Where did I do it? Oh, the reason why obviously now it's changed is because the 4-hour candle pushed lower, but it was up there for now. But it still respects the same range, look. See? But just whenever you're stuck in all-time high condition, just get the manipulation wick of where price is. So this to me is a manipulation wick. That's too low. And that here is pretty much valid. Get the 4-hour. Just do that. Or you can go on the hourly. Hourly is pretty good as well. Just do that. See, price taps it perfectly. It goes lower. So yeah. Pretty valid. Can you show how you mapped out standard deviation manipulation on lows and highs? Yeah, yeah. I'm always worried about reversing at 50% of range. What should I look out for? Why would you? I understand. Okay, cool. So, for example, if you thought about low key though, 50% of ranges, don't use it because someone doesn't teach that. He doesn't use it. Don't teach. Don't do it. Just don't get scared, bro. Why would you want to enter a discount for shorts? You want to enter a premium. So just enter there expecting this to get ran through. Don't get scared of 50% of ranges. I think the only time you should think about 50% is when using fair value gaps and targeting like high time frame wicks just in case it's too choppy, you can target the 50% of it. But don't use it for ranges. I think you can have it there, but don't get scared if price reacts off of it. Most of the time, like I promise you, most of the time, price never really respects 50% of ranges. Because if it does, trading will be too easy. Most of the time, it doesn't respect it. So don't get scared. Just enter at premium, enter at discount, depending on buy or sells. I don't know if it's me or the stream frozen. Nah, it's not moving. It should be frozen. It shouldn't be frozen. Do you always have to enter at 9:45 and not 9:40? No, you don't have to always enter at a specific time. Um, because the best timing to obviously enter is 45 to 50 or 40 to 50, of course. But you don't want to pattern trade it. Now we'll get to a day where price might be good at 55 and 45 wasn't good. You need to understand you can't just enter at 45 because obviously it's the best time to trade. But if your alignments don't align up, then don't pattern trade the time. Because at the end of the day, price is important as well. You want to have both of them aligned together. Manipulation wicks, yes. No worries, bro. So manipulation wick, like you have to use, for example, here is way easier, right? This is a manipulation wick. You drag it there, top to bottom, bang, perfect target. Now price probably go lower even more. Like look what price does. It's there you go. Price eventually dumps more. Probably targets to -4. There you go. See -4 gets hit. Like you can clearly see like this is aggressive, right? So just understand the fib works especially well in all-time high conditions. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much like in this case scenario, I would get the Bissy fill, I'd get the wick like that and just do that and see what price wants to go. And then boom. Because the reason why I would use it a lot here in this case scenario is because ES wasn't displacing as much towards the upside like NQ was in the beginning. I'm done with the work at 10 a.m. EST, so I missed the macro. What's the next best time to trade? PM session, bro, but I wouldn't recommend PM session either. Low key, you could try a trade 10:45 macro, but you're gonna have to try to figure that out, bro. That's annoying. Because the best time to trade is this macro, nowhere else. You can try trade after like 10:45 macro, but if you don't see anything, try trade PM. But PM's also pretty slow. Low key, the best thing we want to do, if you want longevity, you need to try trade a macro. Low key. Uh, okay, next day. Next day. Let me go to next day. I think this is FOMC day. Now FOMC days, you don't trade them. Like, I don't even think about trading them. I think especially like the reason why you're allowed to trade on days like NFP, CPI, PPI is because the volatility comes at market open because we had news before, right? But on this specific day, FOMC market's going to open, it won't do much. Reason being is because all the volatility save up for FOMC, so I wouldn't even think about trading Wednesday. Like if you did, I'll try to find this out for you guys. But don't trade FOMC days, especially if it's the one that's actually conference, not the minutes. The minutes you can trade AM, but the conference, the statement, the big one, don't trade it. Because all the volatility is saved up for that day specifically, for that time area. So don't even think about it. I mean, probably going to be a setup, but it's just way better not to trade it just because, like, bro, like, you're going to ruin yourself if you trade it. Let me get to it now. So, I mean, to be honest, we dumped a lot on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure it's FMC. We're accumulating within this range, nothing to work with. We just took out these lows. That's pretty nice, right? Equal lows on ES, not too bad. We just took out these lows, pretty good. But let's see what price does. So now we just took out these lows. Yeah, so now we look pretty bullish, right? But I think price is going to end up doing a buy before the macro happens. Yeah, there you go. So that's pretty good. Rebalance into there. 36, 37 looks pretty good. Okay, this SMT was pretty nice. You target this high. You don't target anything more. I know a lot of people try to target buys higher. Bang, this high got hit. I would enter shorts here, bro. Your total super of an SMT, right? If you can get like an all block fill, you can enter shorts if you want to, but I wouldn't even think about trading FOMC. But if you was to, I would take shorts right now, low key. Wait for the order block to get filled. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, there's the fill. Oh, wow. Okay, you missed it if you didn't execute right there. What the hell? Okay, so shorts there would have been valid. You could have targeted this area here. But low key, it looks pretty bullish overall because I think this sweep was very nice. I mean, you could enter shorts here, target this range, but like low, but just avoid this day, bro. Low key, just avoid this day. Just avoid it, bro. All the volatility is saved for FOMC, and you guys know what happened to FOMC. Just avoid the day, bro. But looking for the optimal setup, you could have taken longs at this SMT here, right there, targeted the high, or take shorts at the sweep of the high and all block fill, bang, basically get disrespected, just enter shorts and target this range again. Don't target this low. Do not target this low. Because FOMC, bro, just target a low hanging fruit, which is the range. The range is enough. That's like the external low in this range right now, so yeah. Overall, just don't trade it, boys. Just don't. It's just we'll take a day off. It's better for your mind. I missed that Drake, bro. I think I did as well, bro. That's why I didn't trade this day. I was gonna trade shorts right here, but I just missed it because the Drake was crazy. Yeah, but on that day I was going to long only because I did not know how to use a fib that clears out a lot. No worries, bro. We got rebalance. Took longs that day. Yeah, longs were valid if you entered within here. Longs aren't valid here anymore unless you wait for some structure. But shorts were probably way better just because shorts actually gave us some hindsight. We took out the sweep, you had SMT, you had all block fill and displacement lower. Could enter shorts right there, just target area here because you can't target this low. You just can't. Reason being is because this low is the original manipulation. You can't target a manipulation low. This low target only if you're truly bearish. But this FMC ball, just don't bother. Oh yeah, I think I know what Price did here. Price ended up respecting the 50% of it. Watch. Wait for it. Wait for it. Nope, you haven't tapped it yet. I'm not scared. Watch. Bang. You could target that if you wanted to. And then price goes higher. So that's why on low prob days you can target high time frame width like this, like the 50%. And price respects it again. Long say look pretty good. But anyways, yeah. Just don't trade FMC days. It's not worth it, bro. Just the volatility. Look what price is doing. I mean, what's the word? The optimal trade is at this high or within this little low here, but just don't bother. Which day do you suggest to trade in a week, or which you don't? You can trade every single day. It's just when there's FOMC, don't trade. When it's pre-NFP, try not to trade, but it could be still valid. What I would do, guys, I would always come on every single day and see if there's an opportunity. Because if you have that discipline to not force a trade, even though you see that it's like like opportunity is pretty low probable, it's choppy, etc. You look at the charts, you say, you know what, this is low prob, I'm gonna jump off. That's real discipline. So yeah, I would just jump on every single day. That's what I do. I jump on every single day, and if I don't see anything, I close the charts. I don't force a trade. That's what I do. So yeah, that's way better than not than like if you missed out the day before NFP, which I'll show you guys now. It was very good, and I know most of the times you always say day before NFP is very slow, but if you always open up the charts for opportunity, price will do something. And now the reason why FMC was the day before FMC was really good is because what's the word? The day before NFP was really good is because FOMC went crazy, so all the volatility is now stacked up, and we have a lot of volatility. We're in between FOMC and NFP, bro. So it sounds like it should be very bad, but in this case scenario, it's very good. So let me get to the NFP day. Let me to the FOMC day. In this case scenario, I don't think I even traded this day. I don't remember. I don't think I was even on charts, but it was very good. So at this point, right, we are bearish. Reason being is because we're at such a massive premium. But I don't just say bearish because I know it's bearish. The reason why I like saying bearish is because if we were truly bullish, these bissies would have held. This bissy would have held in displacement, but then, like, I mean, it kind of did. This bissy held, right? Went higher, went right back down again. So to me, that's bearish because we respected the confluence, went higher, and disrespected. We're just in too much of a premium to try and enter buys. I understand we're at all-time high conditions, we be bullish, but the reason why this one's not enough for buys is because the structure isn't good enough. We don't have any manipulation. We have no rebalance. We have nothing. So we need price to dump. There's a gap here as well that price formed. That gap is a nice target. Now at this point, right, we're already dumping like it's a lot. So I'm very bearish, and we have PXL here as well. So that's a nice thing to see as well. So we'll see if price even goes there. I don't think it will. Yeah, see, displacement at open's crazy. So now at this point, right, we know what the price wants to target is this gap. I'll be very bearish to more than bullish, but we have to target this gap on both pairs. You need to see what price does on both pairs, right? Bang. So you target this drawn liquidity, which is the gap. New day opening gaps always get filled at most times. So target them and see what price does within them. So right now, market opened, right? One. Okay, now you know. Okay, do you think about shorts right now? On NQ, yes, but ES hasn't tapped it yet. So wait for ES to tap it as well. Just wait. It's 31 right now. 32, 33, 34. You can clearly see we're holding it. 35, 36, 37, 38. I'm waiting for ES to tap it. Okay, I don't see anything right now. I know we're bearish. I think price just wants to give a reaction off this gap. Just wait. 39, 40, 41. Okay, now ES tapped it. Now ES has tapped the gap. Now I'm expecting a reaction. Now both pairs have tapped the gap, whether it's the high time frame or the low time frame. It's tapped the gap. Yes, we look very bearish, but we need some displacement now because macro hasn't opened yet. We have displacement here, but we haven't displaced now for us to think about shorts. Yes, we're going lower. Yes, there's no PDO rates for us to disrespect and go lower, but let's just wait. It's just very important to wait. Okay, 42 is there. Low key, don't see anything. 43. This looks pretty good. But I would wait one more candle just because now I've pretty much missed it. But ES still needs to fill this gap, by the way. So I would wait. In this case scenario, you wait. You don't get in right now. I know it looks very, very good, but the reason what's stopping you right now is ES new day opening gap. It's stopping you. And it's like a nice PXH as well. I mean, yes, there's conferences, but ES is really stopping you right now. That's why we use both pairs. It looks pretty bearish, but wait for one more candle. We can try to get PXL respect. That'll be pretty good. If we can get PXL respect, I'm in. Alright, so let's wait for price to open up. If it forms a SIBI, then it'll be even more bearish. Wait for price to form a SIBI. Okay, we're in PXL right now. Doesn't look bearish at all, low key, because we tried to go low but back up again. Does not look bearish at all. Okay, bang. Is this bearish? No, it's not. We filled the gap properly now in ES. NQ, we have this PXO. If we're truly bearish, this candle should have done it in one candle. We should have tapped it and dumped. Loki looks very bullish right now. Just does. It just does. But I don't want to be bullish in this case scenario. I don't want to try to catch a falling knife. Let's just wait. If he gets enough confidence, we can just wait. See? That looks very scary. Now PXO got respected, but now I've missed the entry, so now I have to wait even more. Like, I've missed it now. No way, no one's catching that. I've missed it. Loki missed it. ES still in the gap, by the way. ES is still in the gap. Loki missed it. 46 is there. At this point, macro opened up. Let's see what price does. ES still in the gap. There's not enough for me. I know this candle was very like bait. This candle would make you think shorts. I understand that. PXL got respected, dumped, but then you missed the move. Like, it went so quickly, I wouldn't catch that. Now at that point, I'm like, okay, I need a bit more rebalance, and then price just does that. I see why you'd get stopped out in shorts though. It's valid to get stopped out in shorts here, or low-key it is, because we respected the PXL, we dumped straight away. But then ES still holding the gap is what the problem is. We need this gap to get displaced through. Now that we're getting a reaction out of it. Now out of hindsight, you know price wants some rebalance, just be bullish, bro. Just be bullish. You could try to be bullish, like this basically getting respected, there you go. You can try that. And then you can just put a stop loss. I entered pretty late though. Put it there for now. And just target this high. What you can really do, okay, you're catching a falling knife, but you have actually got some structure to help you out. Nice 30 points. What's that, 1 to 2? 1 to 1.5. Perfect. Let's see if this works. Let's just do this, bro. We're reacting off the new day opening gap. Bit premature though. Let's see what price does. Yeah, low key, the BC got respected really nicely. And I'm out there. I should be out there. Oh, there you go. I'm out. There you go. Okay. I know we're dumping so much. I know we look bearish, but look what the macro gave us. Bullish up. We had a PXL. It low-key got respected, but the draw and liquidity got met. The draw and liquidity was the ES opening gap and NQ opening gap. Now notice on the hourly now, we're respecting it. So price just wanted to have a deeper fill. It just wanted to have a deeper fill. Now, you know, now it's rebalancing now. Now it looks pretty good for sales. But the buyers were optimal low-key. I understand you'll enter shorts at 45. Yes, we went up into the range. We're anticipating price to disrespect this end dog. But look what ES done perfectly to the wick and stopped everyone out. This is why you wait. And also, we moved so much pre-macro, you have to wait for some structure. And then boom, price just takes out that high. And let's see what price does after. I don't remember what price does. Now it just chops around. Now look, we're forming structure for proper shorts now. We're getting some structure for shorts. And then price probably dumps eventually. There you go, see? So this one's the rebalance. So yeah, at this point, just be very patient. Wait for the PXL to get respected, right? And then ES finally filled it completely, and then price went higher. Why did you not without me, bro? Do you think we'll continue lower next week? I talked about it in the beginning. We'll either chop higher or continue lower. One or the other. There was also one if I really get a price reversing in Q. This one. Oh yeah, I didn't even say that. Yeah, this one. Nice one. Good eye. Good eye. What would you have gone more confirmation shots? What would be ideal? For ES to displace through this. But low key though, like at that point you missed it, right? You missed it. You missed it. To be honest, it's pretty hard to not get stopped out. So it's pretty hard to get to not get stopped out in this case scenario. I mean, we were chopping. We're just trying to go lower. I think in this case you need a rebalance though, because we dumped so much since the highs. We need a rebalance, and then that's the rebalance, right? We need one. And plus, you expect a reaction out of this. Never does it get through straight away. It always gets a reaction out eventually, and this is the reaction. So low key, that's it's a pretty low prob day though. It's kind of hard. The salmon live trade, hell no. Uh, we measure the end log between the wicks and the bodies. Yes, yes, yes. I'm 16 and trip up phones and find out if my code is me to avoid it. I don't think they'll find out, bro. Just do it in your parents' name, they won't find out. Sam also mapped out the 50-minute gap on the 1 minute. He said only do this when there's no DOL. Oh yeah, exactly. You can do this as well. Yeah. This one, this massive one, or this one. You can target that, but you even tap it because it wants to high. So yeah, live trading is dumb. I feel like people will try to copy it. And exactly. Because you go through a weekly outlook lately. First, I went through it in the beginning, bro. I went through it in the beginning. Can you map it? I wanted the dev. Can you map it? Map what? So far, for withdrawals, never use my own card. Use your parents' card. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just do your parents' card. Am I lagging? No, because I'm not looking right now. I'm not looking. I'm on Discord looking at the chat. Can you repeat what you said? Blaze X, what did you say? He doesn't live trade, bro. But if you're talking about weekly outlook, I did it in the beginning. Map like the 1 minute busy within the 15-minute busy. Okay. So 15-minute busy is there. 1 minute busy. What, this one? Are you guys talking about this one? It's already filled a little bit though. Bruh, well, how long is this? You guys talking about this one? Yeah, oh, say no more. 15-minute fib pool doesn't line up nicely. Yeah, we'll look at it now. Someone used it. Yeah, low key, I don't really trade like that. It's valid though, but I would more use the fib because the fib is like specific areas. Like who knows which basically will get filled in this. The fib is way better. So what you would do, right? Within the fib, you would drag it from. I think in this case scenario, you have to do that. Yeah, is that right? That looks right. I'm pretty sure that's right. Wait, where's the 15-minute candle? No, that doesn't look. That's for later. That's not for the trade we try to take. That's later. Let me. We probably have to do it in 4 hour. This one, order block respect, pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? The problem is though, I mean, because it's a high time frame fib, it's obviously going to do a high time frame reaction. So notice how it just chopped within the range. Low key though, fib here is pretty hard because we displaced through a lot. Fib here is pretty hard. You can try up here. I mean, or you could do the daily one actually. Okay, this one's pretty good. That's perfect, low key. Bang. Oh, that's beautiful. How did I not see this? Oh wow. There you go. There's your fib. That is buff. Yeah, ES total super high as well. Oh wow, that's look at that. Okay, there you go. There's always a reason why price does this. He said that because you can't know how much the risk will get filled. Oh yeah, exactly, makes sense. I was about to say, can you tell if it's good or bad? What can do better? One sec. Valid. Well done. You wait for manipulation. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. That is very good. You could rinse off the BIS you feel. That's also some. That's also pretty valid. Nice. You can go for the 15-minute and pull from the manipulation link. That's pretty good, by the way. But the 15-minute has no manipulation, bro. Well, this one, you could do this one for buys, right? You could have done that. And look what price does. Perfectly taps the area. That's a pretty good target. Also aligns with the high. But with the one at the top, it's not really gonna work. Like low key, this one is very hard. It's too small. Obviously, it still works, but it's just way too small. The smaller the wick is, the harder it's gonna catch. You did see that. You told me that's one reason why price reversed on that day, the 4 hour SD. Yeah, I forgot to use that, bro. I don't know how I didn't see this earlier. This was very good. Like today, I'm talking about today. That's valid, bro. Look at that. I mean, use fib like I said in all-time high conditions. And if you want to know where price will start to rebalance, use it. It's very good. It's very good. But it's low-key kind of hard if it's in like when it comes to live charts, it's way harder. Obviously, in hindsight, it's way easy to see. But just mark out and see what price does and look what price does. We're not trading with the narrative. We're trading just the reaction from the fib touch, which is there. And it displays through the -2, -2.5. That's pretty strong. We know if the -2, -2.5 gets displaced through, Most of the time, the -4 gets disrespected or respected. Oh, that one. Oh, you do it like that. That's low key valid as well. So like this. Low key valid as well. Low key valid. Low key valid. Yeah, see, it always works. It depends on your. It depends on how you want to trade with it, bro. It always works. It depends how you want it. Yeah, look, I need to use it more because I kind of like never use the fib. It's okay if you don't use it because sometimes highs and lows and imbalances also help you out. But fib just gives you that extra confidence in case you have nothing to work with. So we use the fib of an external high wick reactions, always a different type of wick. Manipulation plus external highs work a lot, but manipulation wick is also the key idea. Like for example, this is external high, but there's nothing with manipulation. But ES kind of did a toe super not 4 hour, pretty valid. You could just wait with ES to fill it, but yeah, just use up external highs and wicks. For example, here, right? If you just use it, it'll probably work. And there you go. See, oops. -4 gets taps there. The -225 gets taps there. Like it works, boys. It works. It works. It works more than it doesn't work. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's very. It is. It is. Not gonna lie. It is. Anyways, I think one more day, but I don't think it will let me. Yeah, Falcon and Q. All right. So this day, right? You guys see my screen, right? Yeah, you can. Cool. This day, let me turn this to 1 minute in case I accidentally try. I don't think it'll let me anyways. This day, um, you just have to be bearish. Like, there's no reason not to. I just think we open up. So these are the buys that we try to catch here. And look what price does eventually. Just insane shorts, bro. So obviously shorts, I would want to take shorts, but we missed so much points. But it's okay though, because we can just catch the next day. Like there's no reason for us to stop there. We're just definitely going to come for all these lows. So automatically be bearish. I mean, I can't really tell you. I mean, where price was there. And you know this is the joint liquidity, right? So NFP, by the way, so you can trade before the macro. You can. I think the reason why some of you guys wait for macro is because the NFP candle didn't look like an NFP candle. This candle was NFP. It didn't look like at all. What the hell was that? But it is an NFP candle. So you can trade before macro. So low key, right? Before macro, after market open, obviously. So NFP opened up, right? It didn't really do much. It came up, took out these highs, relative highs. We then started dumping. Now at this point, right, when market opens, what do we have? We have this specific internal low. So what do we know about continuation days? Continuation means PXH/PXL, right? We know this. Oh, I don't know I did that. We know this, right? We know this. So what PD what confluence would be used for price to, on this day? If we know it's a continuation day, we use PXL, right? So let me just find joint liquidity first, because that's important. Our joint liquidity is just keep it in hindsight. These lows here. This low is nice, but you can do this low if you want. Right? That's our joint liquidity. We know this. I mean, look how perfectly price sweeps it. Very, very volatile, by the way. We're very, very volatile. Right? This is like 50 points and 100 points. Wow, okay. We know continuation means PXH plus PXL. In this case scenario, it's PXL. Let's not be dumb, right? So PXL means we displace through an internal or external low and we move back into the range and tap it and go lower. So what happens? Market opens up at 32. The space is lower, right? Do we fall more? No. It's 35. I mean, it's pretty early. We haven't got. I mean, the reason why you're allowed to enter before macro open in NFP is because we have manipulation. In this case scenario, there's no manipulation to really work with. It's just displacement. That's allowed as well. We're that heavily bearish, we don't even need the manipulation to move. We just need displacement. So what happens is price displaces through that low. We then rebalance back inside the PXL. Perfectly at 38 taps it. Now 38 taps it. What does price do? Disrespects this whole idea of having a BISI there. 39 what? Displaces lower. And that 39 is enough for you to enter. Optimal, bro. Stops above this high. Now low key, the stops are very big because, like I said, we're volatile. But I'll just get in knowing that price is going to melt, bro. Like, there's no reason for us not to do that. And if you want to wait for more confirmation, that's completely fine. Next confirmation, which is what I did. I actually didn't take this. I forgot to. I low-key missed it because it was so volatile, bro. I was like, bro, I'm putting in 2 minis and we're moving this fast, bro. So I wait for price to displace again, through this low. Once again, what does price do? PXL. Displaces through, taps into it. Now this is nice because it actually gave you a few seconds or a few minutes or 2 candles to get in. We tap it, we get into PXL, we then close like that. Now that is enough for you to enter right there. Now, You could put a stop loss there if you want to. It's actually 30 points now, not 40 points. Or if you're techie, you could put it there. That's what I did. Off the rebalance candle. Or there if you want to at most. That's valid, but I did it there, low key. But do it there. Let's act like we're actually in everyone's shoes. We do it there, right? What do? We target that low. Now, why am I targeting 150 points, you may ask? Because with that volatile, that move, that bearish. There's nothing, like, you only target whatever makes sense, but there's nothing else on the left for you to think about. You know what price is going to react off this. The only thing you can think about, and I'm going to get this out now, and I said this before, is the high time frame CE wicks. Now, most of the time, they never hold. And like I told you guys, it depends on the conditions. Remember the Tuesday, or was it a Wednesday? It was a Wednesday, the FOMC day. We decided to respect that 4 hour wick on Wednesday. Right? Remember that time we respected it? I don't know if you guys remember. But on Wednesday, we decided to respect that 4 hour wick and continue higher. But on this day, right, what do? The 4 hour wick is there. See, sorry. Which is right there. I had this marked out. Let's see what price does at that specific area. Wait for it. Bang. Okay, what does price do? The blue line, by the way. Hops around it. Now, the reason being, why did price displace through and actually take out the low? First of all, the conditions are so bearish, bro. This CE wick won't work. The Wednesday conditions was FMC day, it was only macro, and it was before FMC, and also the conditions, the choppiness, the volatility was not there. So that's why I wanted to respect it. We're just generating liquidity. Here, we're looking for liquidity. We want it. We're hunting it down, bro. What does price do? Right? Displaces, taps the CE wick. I mean, you can target that if you want to, but you're just missing out a lot of money, bro. Just on these type of days, just target the joint liquidity, bro. Just do it. Because we displace through this, we want the actual low. If we take out this low and didn't react off of it, what's the next low? This is the next low. Not the CE wick, this is the next low, right? Obviously, volatility conditions, displacement, it's all telling us we're bearish. And plus, macro is just open, so we're probably going to go for it. So price reacts a little bit off of it, does a little bit of choppiness, and then what does price do at 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. news opens up, displaces lower. Why am I not scared of 10 a.m. news? Because we've had our displacement slash manip. Well, there was no manip, but we just had our confirmation that I know at 10 a.m. news. There's no reason for 10 a.m. to go up. We're just going to take out a draw. We're very close to it. Bang, 155 points. Very, very, very good day Friday. It's unfortunate if you guys didn't trade or took a loss here, but it happens. We'll get these days again, hopefully next week. But like this was an extremely good day when it comes to points wise. You can make a lot of money on this day. So yeah, this is Friday. Low key, if you didn't catch this, optimal trade entry was between 39 and 42 at most. Why not 45? Because we had everything set up. We're in the middle of nowhere. Price does four things. It seeks liquidity, displaces through it, generates liquidity, manipulates, and what's the word? What's the other word for it? This other one as well, I forgot. It fills imbalances, right? In this case scenario, we can just tell after sweeping through this external low, displacing through it, after taking out first, by the way, we ended up forming a tiny little turtle soup there, but then it's disrespected it straight away. We just going through it, rebalance back into it. At that point, this is beautiful. Displacement, rebalance again, bang. Notice how it only wants to rebalance twice. Once here, twice little there, and then displacement through. If you miss this, it's pretty hard to get in here, low key. I mean, if you try to, and there might be an SMT here. Let me see if there's an SMT. That's 15 minutes. Let me go to the one. I think there was a small SMT here. You could have tried to enter there as well, but let me double check. Oh, perfect. Okay, so there was this little SMT here as well. You could enter short before 10 a.m. if you are that guy and you know 10 a.m. is going to dump, and you still would have caught at 78 points if you miss all this, which is unfortunate. I feel like if you miss this, you'll probably FOMO. So yeah, any questions? I target CEO of it. That's completely fine. No worries, bro. But understand, do you take? Yeah, I took that on XFA. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Matthew, that's kind of manipulation. Yeah, it is manipulation. Why did 930 dump and then manipulate the highs again? Then you got stopped out there. That was clean, Matthew, by the way. Why did 930 dump and then manipulate the high? Because we just took out drawn liquidity. Oh no, we didn't. Oh wow. But we didn't manipulate, bro. 930 didn't manipulate. I mean, yes, we took out this high, but there's this high as well. Low key though, like, bro, getting stopped out here is so sad. Why would you? There's nothing to work with here. I'd rather way better wait for PXL than try to take off entry here. Yes, there is some slight manipulation, but I mean, going back to the specific. Why does it always go back? Going back to here, right? There's another high here that price missed. I'll wait for that. Then price took out both these highs, then went lower. Price wanted both the highest. ES was way cleaner, right? ES was so much more cleaner. The ES just dumped actually. NQ was just a bit choppy. I mean, NQ, right, opened up, took out this high, but there was just one little high as well. Filled the order block, then dumped. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There you go. There's a Pakistani flag there, bro. Almost got stopped. What time is that? 3:45. That's probably there, nah? Wait, when did you enter? Oh, 45. Ah, yeah. I mean, there's a reason why your stop loss didn't get hit though, but still valid, right? It still worked. Yeah, your stop loss didn't get hit, so you're fine. Among Us later, we'll see, bro. Is this valid? Internal to rejection rebalance. Yes, see, this he didn't pattern trade Bissy disrespect. We had the internal toe tip at the top. We actually got then the Bissy disrespect, and then you entered off displacement. Perfect. That's valid. Look at the two high, but I think that's equal highs. Yeah, I think it is. That's probably formed equal highs, then actually took it out. An FX replay is just a bit weird. But I mean, I'll probably just take trade without the macro like this. Just stick to 10:45 macro if you can't, bro. If you can't do PM or 10:45, 10:45 low key is good. It's sometimes good. That's your next probable macro. That or what's the word? PM. Targeting 150, 200 points for soul clean, the high time for soul clean. Yeah, we have. I mean, we have these days when price decides to expand within the week, right? And I guess we missed all this, but then eventually price eventually took out. You can tell from all these, like, look at that, bro. All that displacement lower. There's a reason why we're targeting that low. So yeah, I think that's the session done. Yeah, Loki was pretty good. So that's the weekly session done. I'll probably do a back testing soon within a week as well because I haven't done that yet. 4K in the balance, yeah. It was this cheeky little XFA. That was your trade, yeah. That's my trade there. I mean, I just trade PM. Yeah, try PM, but you can do 10:45. At the end of the day, 10:45, 10:15 is another macro. So yeah, wait, bro, wait. 20K Osman. No, I did on two XFAs, not five, because my other XFAs are out of balance. Let me stop screen sharing because it's bugging. Let me start recording as well. Stop.